Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Hi, folks. Welcome back. And those of you that are new, welcome. Picked up a lot of new subscribers the last few days. I very much appreciate it. Coming up on that 1,000 sub mark. If you guys could watch the videos all the way through, it really, truly would help out with my watch hours so I can get monetized. But enough of that. Let's get right to the story. From Fox News, NRA encourages real solutions to stop violence after senators reach bipartisan gun framework agreement. The bipartisan agreement comes days after the tragic school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. Now, before we get into this story, I want to say this. There's only been one amendment to the Constitution that's been revoked, and that's prohibition. The constitutional amendment that allowed open elections of senators. That has to be removed. This is the problem. The Senate of the United States was never, ever set up by the founding fathers to represent people in mass, i.e. direct voting. The Senate of the United States represented states. Now, supposedly the story was at the time, this will get rid of illegal stuff, bribes, just a lot of crap that was going on. Of course, it hasn't changed that at all because people are still people. They're still people. And this is the problem. The Senate should never be popular vote. The founding fathers have the House of Representatives for that. But enough of my grandstanding on that issue. The National Rifle Association issued a statement Sunday after a bipartisan group of senators announced they had reached an agreement on gun and safety package. They really didn't reach an agreement that's quote-unquote framework. And the NRA is committed to real solutions to help stopping violence in our communities. That is no more than saying you're going to go after the automakers in the United States and the auto importers for going after drunk driving. It has nothing to do with the cars. Nothing. They're misusing the cars when they're driving drunk or under influence of drugs. No more than the NRA is responsible for the deaths of people who use their products unlawfully. As in our policy, the NRA does not take positions on frameworks. They're right. You need details. The devil's in the details when the full bill comes up for review. And this is part of the problem when I said at the beginning of this episode. The 10 senators that agreed, so they can get their 60 in the Senate to stop filibuster nonsense, did it because they're covering their own behinds. Most of them, I haven't even looked at the list, but I'm assuming most of them are doing it for political reasons only and not real constitutional reasons, i.e. some of them don't want to see ads come out in October saying that you could care less about innocent small children being murdered in schools, blah, 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 blah. If states appointed the senators, that issue doesn't exist. A common sense bipartisan proposal to protect America's children, keep our schools safe, and reduce the threat of violence across the country. Keeping schools safe and taking away your Second Amendment rights in part or in whole are nothing to do with each other. And then there we go. The Republicans caved again. Our plan increases mental health resources, improves school safety and support for students, and keeps and helps ensure dangerous criminals and those who are adjudicated as mentally ill can't purchase weapons. We already have all those laws in place. Improve school safety? I can't walk in a local federal building here without ID and all kinds of nonsense to get through, metal detectors, but you can walk right into school. That's always been that way. Change that. Unfortunately, when you walk into a public building now, especially a municipal one or a federal one, you have to go through all this nonsense. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. We look forward to earning broad bipartisan support. Our common sense proposal into law, the senators said in a group statement. And here's the issue. The proposal includes initiatives to support state crisis intervention orders, a national expansion of mental health services for children and families, expanding mental health programs in schools, enhancing review process for gun buyers under the age of 21. So it's a two-tier justice system. If you're 18, 19, and 20, you will be put under more scrutiny than someone that was 21 and older. That's a two-tiered system. Will not pass constitutional muster. Penalties for straw purchases and additional funding for school resource officers. You know, these states that scream and holler, even California, that ignores federal immigration law. It's all right, states' rights. It's all right, states' rights. Oh, that's fine then. Don't look for funding from the federal government. And I include the deep red states in that as well. It's your responsibility. It's your state. Don't look to the feds. The NRA will continue to oppose any effort to insert gun control policies, initiatives that override constitutional due process protections. And there's your issue. Due process protections. That's the problem. They're going to start waiving the 72-hour order when you buy a firearm and you're looking for a federal background check, which 72 hours will become 3, 4, 5 years. That's the issue here. It's unbelievable to me. And those of you that are wondering, well, you can't get a driver's license till a certain age and this and that. If states want to raise the driving age of 21, they can. Driving is not a constitutional right, never has been. President Biden, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, and various gun control activists lauded lawmakers for making headway on the agreement. Yeah, because guys like Mitch McConnell and the other ridiculous old rhinos in the Senate give a damn about what the New York Times says about them more than their own constituents. And that's the truth. Obviously, it does not do everything that I think it is needed, but it reflects important steps in the right direction, Biden said. The framework comes after a string of mass shootings, and there you have it. They caved. They caved. The senators caved because they are directly elected by the individual people in their state and not the way the founding fathers, the framers, wanted it to work. That's why the Senate has been such a joke, especially in the last 3 or 4 or 5 decades. But it's not going to change. Well, maybe we get a convention of states that might put an amendment in revoking that part and make it the Second Amendment, at least that portion of it ever revoked in the Constitution, prohibition being the only one so far. It will do nothing but virtue signal and cause people that rightfully should have firearms not to have them, or go through such a freaking hassle to get them that they give up. And that's what they do in states like New Jersey. So here they go. They caved. I know it's tough to have a backbone in politics. I used to be involved in local politics, but you got to be able to do it. You got to stand for something, not just against something. Until the next time, goodbye and good luck.